Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this platform. Thank you so much for joining us on this program, wherever you are joining from. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please kindly subscribe to this very channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time we upload a video. Like and share to family and friends. Share to all platforms. Share to everyone that is close to you. Remember, we have a responsibility to carry the message of Biafra to everyone in the world, more especially to educate Biafran people wherever they are, for them to know the right thing to do at the right time. This platform where you are watching this program is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a platform where we bring information that are coming from the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We bring information that has to do with the Republic government in exile, Biafra Republic government in exile. We bring information on the restoration of the Biafra. In this platform, we say things the way they are. We bring it to your doorstep for you to understand and know where we are. Fellow Biafrans that are watching wherever you are watching from, today is the 3rd of October 2024. And on this 3rd of October, a lot is happening. October is going to be a very unique month, as the Biafran Liberation Army are doing marvelously well. Today, the Biafran Liberation Army are giving it woto to the enemies. They are giving it woto to the enemies wherever they are, as they have decided to employ and bring the members of Boko Haram terrorist group into Biafra land. The Liberation Army of Biafra have intensified on their preparation and their protection of Biafra land. More places have been discovered where they are planning to bring the terrorists in Biafra land, and the Liberation Army have promised to bring them down. Remember, Biafran territory is under the control of the Biafran government under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. And whatever he says is final. As we speak, the Prime Minister have given an order that wherever you see such fatalities where they are going to hide the Boko Haram, any illegal movement you see, report to the appropriate authority of the Biafran government, and action will be taken immediately. My fellow Biafrans, as we speak, so many things are already happening. Every facilities that is being found where they are keeping these Boko Harams will go down. That is the word of our Prime Minister. And remember, he doesn't miss word. He stands in his words. Fellow Biafran that are watching, I want you to continue to make sure you obey instructions and follow information as they come. Our Prime Minister have reported through his platform, he said, Vanguard reported and said, waiting be this. Anyway, Biafran, don't abuse them. Just laughed over the report and let's move on. You know, the Vanguard, Nigerian media, they will always push their lies and propaganda. We can never be stopped or deterred, regardless what the Janjaweed are doing. Every Biafra must follow the order of the Prime Minister, and whatever the Prime Minister says is final. My fellow Biafran that are watching, while the Biafran land is being protected, the Janjaweed are crying. The terrorist army of Nigeria are crying on different fronts. You can see them complaining, going from one media house to the other to complain. But who cares? We don't want to give a damn on what they think, on what they say. The Biafra Defense Forces are doing what they have to do to make sure that Biafra land is protected. As we speak, the enemies of Biafra are pushing their propaganda and blackmail. And I bet you, their blackmail and propaganda will not stop us. They will not stop the restoration of Biafra. The more they blackmail us, the more we fight for our freedom, and the more we make things happen. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, they will never stop crying. And they are crying because of the success they have seen. Because they have seen that the restoration of Biafra is evidence, is inevitable. There is nothing they can do to stop it. That is why they are crying. My fellow Biafrans, I want you to listen to this very program, about the video I'm about to post. Watch this video from beginning to end. You understand that all is not well with the Zoological Republic Army, and they are complaining and crying. They will cry until we exit the zoo. Watch and see for yourself. Let's watch.
Thank you for staying with us. Nigeria is a culturally rich country with abundant mineral resources, but it continues to struggle with security challenges. Banditry remains a significant issue in the northern region, and movements such as the Biafra agitation in the southeast and the Yoruba Nation agitation in the southwest further complicate the security landscape. To effectively address these security concerns, it is crucial to have strong governance, community engagement, strategic coordination among security agencies, and active citizen participation. Joining us in our Abuja studio is General Christopher Gwabi Musa, the Chief of Defense Staff. And also joining us in the studio to have this conversation is Sam Omasheye. But let's first of all say good morning to the General. Good morning, General Christopher Gwabi Musa. Can you hear us? Yes.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Good morning, General.
Thank you very much.
Right. Sam.
Yes, I want you to assess the state of security in the country generally vis-a-vis your strategy to make things better.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm sure all Nigerians are fully aware about how things used to be before and how things have begun to get better. I've always said that we're not where we want to be, but I think we're heading in the right direction. We always continue to appeal to Nigerians to remain positive, support the armed forces and security agencies. We cannot do it alone. We need the support of everyone. And the challenges we're facing, firstly, is not only in Nigeria. You know, the whole sub-region is engulfed, the African continent. In fact, the entire world is going through so many challenges. So it is not different. And because we are not isolated, this insecurity also gets across to us. But what we need to do, not to despair, is to stand up to the challenges ahead and then face them squarely, and that's exactly what we're doing. It was extremely very bad. Like I said, security is asymmetric warfare. The presence of non-state actors should never be allowed to start in any country. The best thing to do is to nip it in the bud, because it's a very difficult operation. You are dealing with people you don't know. We only identify these guys when you see them carrying arms. If they are not carrying arms, they're just like normal civilians, and you are duty bound to protect them. So that's why this one is different from the conventional kind of warfare, where you know your enemy, you know where they are, and you know how to go about them. So confronting the current challenges is all of society approach. Every Nigerian has a role to play. Every individual living in Nigeria also has a role to play. And I think we're working towards that together. Right.
And like some other Nigerians, we must commend the effort of the military so far at addressing the matter of insecurity in the country. And if you look at the papers this morning, Senator Ali Ndume is saying that there is the need to engage the services of military contractors to wipe out terrorists. And he went ahead to also say that military, civilian JTF are ill-equipped to carry out the task of eliminating remaining insurgents. How do you respond to this statement coming from the senator?
Senator Ndume is somebody I know very well, and he speaks from his heart. But I know, I've been with him when I was in the theater in Maiduguri. We have met severally, and he has understood clearly that what we're facing, one, Nigeria is not isolated from the entire world. It's a new world order where insecurity prevails everywhere, and we're doing the best we can. The idea of having contractors, military contractors, is still going to be the same problem. Once they come in, they are going to aggravate your issue so that they will remain for a very long period to be able to gain more money. They are going to be very expensive. So why waste that money? Why not use that money to build your own military? Now the president has approved DICON to start production of military hardware. I can tell you for free that why this thing has been prolonged for so long, two things. One, we are signatories to human rights. And human rights demands that once we see civilians wherever we're supposed to take a military action, we stop. So that has actually mitigated against our ability to take direct action on several occasions. So that is one aspect. Two, we don't produce the equipment we need. Even with our money, getting the equipment has been extremely very difficult. You know, over time, there have been some international conspiracies that have affected us, denied us the ability to buy weapons directly, even with our own money. And besides, the Russian-Ukrainian war has made it extremely difficult getting equipments. Most of the equipments that have been produced now are being taken there to project that war. Now we have also the Israeli-Lebanon, the Israeli-Palestinian war ongoing. Those companies have given priorities to those other areas. So the only solution for us, one, we must produce what we need. Sometimes you hear people saying that the armed forces, the military or defense in general, is getting so much money. I said, yes. I mean, in Naira terms, good. Everything we purchase, everything we procure, we buy in hard currency. Convert these monies to hard currency and see what you can get. One precision missile from a drone is $200,000. Once you fire that missile, $200,000 is gone. So consider how many missiles you might need. Consider how many drones you will need. Consider how many aircrafts you need to buy. Ships. Fueling a ship alone takes how many? Over 20 trailers. And then how long does it take that to finish? So it's extremely very expensive. I always want to remind people that if you look at our budget and the budgets of other countries, America, that produces all the weapons and equipment they need, their budget for this year is over $800 billion. So we know the armed forces is not the only one that is struggling, because we know there are other contending issues that the government has to deal with. So we really understand. So the idea of bringing military contractors is not it. You look at the issues on ground. What has actually taken us to where we are today? We have always mentioned the issue of good governance. The military can only do so much. We liberate a lot of areas, especially in the northeast, but then you go there, no infrastructure. There is no road, there is no water, there is no school, no hospital. We provide these things wherever we are deployed. So it makes it extremely difficult for us to do that, but we're doing the best we can. And you can see that within this period, we have taken over 300 bandit leaders, Boko Haram commanders, all criminals, both militants that are also affecting our crude oil production. And we're doing so much. In the south side, the production has increased because following the president's mandate, we have taken action and we're doing very well. Asymmetric warfare is not a warfare that you just switch on like on and off today. No. It's a gradual thing, because again, you are dealing with people that have ideology and you cannot read everybody's mind. So it makes it extremely difficult. But we're doing the best and we're succeeding.
Interesting stuff. So you actually alluded to the, let's say, superpowers military budget. For instance, just like you mentioned, the United States, 794 billion, according to 2023 reports. China, 292 billion. India, 81 billion. United Kingdom, $69 billion. Talking in dollar terms. Are you saying, are you invariably saying that the budget we are having for our military is not sufficient? And if that is the case, how are you working with the federal government to ensure that adequate budget is given to the military in order to prosecute war against insurgents?
Yeah, considering the economic situation in the country, we cannot have everything that we need. So we are making do what we have. And we're happy that the president has signed up the bill for DICON to start. Now we're working, their companies, original manufacturers have actually moved in. They are coming into the country to produce those equipments. I mean, that's the best solution. Once we're able to get our equipments produced here in Nigeria, we can use them. We'll be able to use them to project our wars, and then we'll also be able to extend such to other countries, which will also earn more foreign exchange for the country. Issues of employment will be provided. So it's going to be a win-win thing for us, and that's why it's very important that we continue doing that.